Hello, everybody. Today we will speak about how I learned to speak fluently English and how you can use this same method to train yourself to speak fluently. Okay. So first, my method is really the YouTube video method because I had to record a bunch of videos, right? As you can see in the other videos and in the shorts, and that's only my Quebec French teaching channel. I have music channel also. I recorded a lot of videos. So it's the technique is scripting, bullet points, and deadlines. Okay, let's start with scripting. So at first I was just doing a YouTube videos, recording myself, getting lost a bit in the idea and idea, and I was cutting a lot, re-recording stuff. Okay, it was not the greatest. So eventually what I started doing is to write everything I'm gonna say in the video. Just because I was tired of doing cuts and like moving stuff around. So I started just writing my whole video, and what happened is the another problem happened. I was reading line by line, and every time I would like start speaking to the camera, and then I will like forget, oh, what's the next line? I will like read the next line and then keep going, read the next line. So I still had a bunch of cuts to make. I was like cutting all the time. I'm like looking away at the camera. So it was like a lot of cut, which led me to the bullet points method, which is you still script. You script the whole thing, and then you read it and you just grab the main idea, couple word, okay, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, and you put it on a little right like that under the camera with a little tape, okay, one sheet with a little tape. And now I'm just speaking about the bullet point, and the fact that I already wrote the whole script, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, the bullet point is just there for me to like to know like the order of stuff, but I already know, I'm already fluent with these phrase or like the idea I'm trying to send through the camera. So that's that at that part it really helped me. So you see, at the beginning I was doing that and I was like still making some mistake and like re-recording, not being like proud. I will like rewatch the video, it's not perfect, redo it, but eventually redoing it, always bringing my level to the level that I love what I just did. Okay, made that the first take was always better and better. And you see this right now, it's first take. Okay, I'm not gonna redo this unless I do a massive mess up later on. Okay, but I don't think I'm gonna redo this. And I'm even at the point where like I didn't write the script for this video. Right now I'm just writing the bullet point. That's enough for me. But the scripting is really important for multiple reasons, and I'll speak more about when you in the second part of the presentation on the oral presentation method, like the method you can use to become fluent. I'll speak more about the scripting. So my last point for my method is deadlines. Okay, for me, I don't know about you, but for me, if I have a deadline where I need to present something in front of some people, I'm gonna do everything it takes to not look stupid. Okay, I did music shows. When I have a show coming, I'm like preparing morning, night, in the day. I'm like memorizing my raps. I'm like practicing like the beatbox battle. I was like beatboxing all the time, like working on my routine. When I have a deadline, I'm super focused. So, okay, let's close this first part. Now, how you can use this for you to learn Quebec French fluency, to listen good and speak good. Okay, it's doing oral presentation. Okay, the oral presentation method, and you should be using important subject. And let me show you what I came up with here. And also let me show you like those are my bullet point right now. Okay, how I learned to speak fluently, how you can use this method to train. That's like my intro. And then this is part 1. This is part 2. Right now we're on the important subject. And what I found, what I made, I'd say, here, the important subject in order is like family and yourself, you're part of the family, work, weather, breakfast, dinner, grocery store, being sick, sickness, hospital, your room, chambre de bain, the bathroom, cuisine. Okay, look, I have 36 subject of oral presentation that are all useful. They're not talking sci-fi right now. Okay, that's not the point. We're trying to be fluent in daily life. So those are really good subject. So that's what I mean by important subject. Okay, you should do oral presentation on important subject. Okay, and the way you do this is really by scripting. And the reason why it's so important, especially at your level, if you're watching this video, you probably want to be more fluent. So let's say I ask you to speak about your family, your father, your mother, your grandparents, your son, your family, okay? And let's say your mom, I want you to explain to me like her work and like what did she love in life, a memory you remember with her, and family anecdote, stuff like that. Okay, if it's like instantly do it, okay, you might make mistake, you will probably make mistake, you will probably use some anglicism, some English word that what is that in French, okay, you will feminine, masculine. Okay, I'm just speaking about the mistake that I often see. So if you take the time to script everything, you just write, you just take the time to write, it's much slower. You have much more time to notice like, oh, this is like actually, is it feminine or masculine? And then you can do a little search on your phone. If you don't know a word, you research the word. Okay, cool. You write it down, you write your script. And then when it's, well, when you do your presentation, those words that you've Googled, those sentence that you properly made, okay, they're gonna appear like in your speech because you trained it. So that's the importance of scripting. Now, bullet points, you just read your script. Okay, usually I do the bullet points first. I just think about what I'm gonna speak about. Let's say I speak about my family. I'm gonna speak about my dad and his work, his hobbies, how he is. Okay, my mom, what she was doing, studying, how it affected me. Okay, and then I will write the whole script. But after that, you just keep the bullet point, you put that under your camera, and you just do your presentation. So that's the technique. If you do that for 36 subject and you do a 5-minute presentation and you take the time to write your script, it's probably gonna be like an hour a day for a month plus. Okay, so and that will definitively get you better. There's no secret. I'll give you an example here a bit later, the Donovan example. But deadlines. How can you apply deadlines? Well, I can push you to apply deadlines if I tell you that you gotta show me that presentation Sunday night, okay? And well, as of now, it's the 27th of June, Sunday night. Here in Skool, we have a group call at 7 p.m. I should remove free because Skool is now $9. There's too much people in there. I couldn't keep up. And $9 per month. The theme is money, bank, and budget. Can you do a presentation? You need 4 ideas. Usually it's like 4 bullet points is enough to do a 5-minute or 4-minute presentation, 3 to 5. Okay. And can you write your whole script, learn a bunch of stuff, and then present it to me for 5 minutes? And I'll help. After that, I'll give you my thought. I'll give you some correction. I'll tell you what I like and what can be improved. About money, bank, budget. Like me, I will speak about my bank that I use and why. Okay, I use Wise and Tangerine because they're free, but I can speak like more about that. My budget, which I don't have a budget, but I have a kind of budget. I can speak about how I deal with money, where I do like every Sunday, I do a big checkup of all the money I have in every like different I teach on italki on Skool and my multiple bank account. So I can speak about that. I can speak about Japan difference, money, and here you get the idea. You get 4 bullet points, you write your thing, and you present to me. That's what I'm doing here on Skool. That's what all of these group call are all about. They all have a team. You can prepare for it and present about hospital, present about your bathroom. I did a whole presentation on bathroom. So, oh, I was not sharing my desktop. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, I was showing here calendar. So you see this here, team. So at 7 p.m. tomorrow, this is the team. So that's how I'm setting up like a deadline to force people to like, oh, I'm gonna have to present. I don't want to look stupid. They're gonna script. Okay, that's kind of the goal of these group call here. So Donovan is one of my students right now that is really focused, and this is why I want to speak about him, because he told me that he never spoke that much in 12 days. He joined like 12 days ago, and I can even show you the message. Why not? Why not? Yeah, he said, look at that. I asked him, are you happy with your VIP? VIP here means you can access every group, this group call every single day. So he's there all the time. He's making good use of it. And he said, yes, I'm really happy. I'm doing a lot of progress in only 12 days. I never spoke in French as much before. And also in the last lesson, the grocery store, I understood pretty much 75% of what you said. So my comprehension is getting better. So I want to obtain the flow level. I will never stop until I speak with ease. And then I think he's not gonna stop. So you see, he's getting prepared, he's working a lot, and it's showing. Like his presentation is much more flowy, much nicer in 12 days. So this is pretty much it. Skool setup, I already talked about it. I'm not gonna speak about it again, but yeah, actually, level 2 here is to train your input. And those are all my presentation and with the transcript. So the way that I ask students to work with that is watch the video, no subtitle, no help, okay? Try to understand as much as possible, concentrate, and then take a note. Maybe you understand 25%, I don't know, depend on your level. Rewatch it again while reading the transcript. And if there's like new word, new expression, new stuff, take note of it on the side, okay? Try to like learn some stuff, you'll learn some stuff, and then rewatch it again without the transcript and see how much more you understand, okay? If you do that every single day for a while, because I have 36 subjects here, you will definitively get better. What do you think? So those are all the same exact subject that I ask you to do a presentation after that on level 3. It's the same. So you get my example, and even there to help you, I share my bullet point. So for work, for example, I spoke about my first work, my favorite work, my act right now work, and my dream work. So I spoke about for that for 5 minutes, actually, maybe more. 7 minutes, but that includes some question. So 5 minutes with the transcript. So that's how you can get better. That's all I got to say. Okay? Keep working on it. You got it. You're the best. Apply these stuff. Peace.